What's the gun? The Roy. No. What's that gun is he doing? The last time troublemaker for Singapore is a supporter of Ing-wen Penguin Group this time. Whatever he was advocating last time in Singapore was already enough, and this time he wants to make the people think how fantastic the Green Party is to Singaporeans. Preposterous! 干 him! 操阿瓜! Today, I will expose him before he could harm many Taiwanese like he did to the Singaporeans. I need to stop him from defiling Singapore using the penguin thinking. After reading what he wrote on TOC, it's really jumped me up. FYI, his information concerning the Singapore government like for the CPF is in fact misleading and has confused many Singaporeans in the past that have created a lot of anger. He thought he could lead the sunflower movement in Singapore, huh? Or be someone like Joshua Wong? This is how a comment always does things. If they feel too convinced, they will confuse to create public hatred. Anyhow, I will not be talking about this, but how he wrote about Taiwan should not follow Singapore's style of governing. So what if he lived in Taiwan longer than me? For me, I have lived in several countries, okay? Nevertheless, what I cannot stand is this kind of person does not just create trouble, but also ask people to donate money for whatever rubbish they are ranting about to cause separation among people. So far, did I always ask for donation explicitly for what I'm doing? Not really, right? Always asking directly from the audience or pestering for donation on social media is so dumb and silly. Why should bloggers ask for donation every time since they already monetize their videos and are doing out of their own interests? But of course, if you have money to spare me, it will be greatly appreciated. What ironic is that every time he held an event in Singapore, he and his team would ask for donation continuously from the ordinary people. In the other day, he was just causing the people to feel animosity towards the government using his kind of misleading information. Just like what happened to Taiwan before. DPP lies to people to set up a sunflower movement to make themselves become the government, and look what is happening now. More and more lies from them. So let's start with some items that he wrote that are creating havoc or chaos. Longest serving party? Singapore is a very young country, and what's wrong of having the Lee family? When Taiwan was young, it had Cha too. Unfortunately, Jiang Qingguo died young and gave a chance for Lee Teng-hui to create a fake democracy for his own gains to promote Japan. A form of treason. For the article, he's somewhat under a kind of Joshua Wong curse. Gibberish about how evil the Chinese communist is. Are many Chinese living in China are happy? And most importantly, many of them are patriotic. Can we say they are brainwashed by the communists? How possible? They have international passport to go anywhere. They could go Hong Kong easily too. The Singapore government started to go after bloggers. The truth is the government is only going after the separatists before they turn into violence like we saw in Hong Kong. If Singapore is gonna be like Hong Kong, the economy will crash and will be unreversed. And to the Singapore government, the economy comes first because it's a pillar to support the Singaporeans' livelihood. So how can the government let this kind of things happen to the people? Moreover, I criticized the talk about Lee Hsien Loong many times before, but I'm not in the target list. The fact is that I have no intention to become a separatist, but just someone who has the freedom to talk anything about the government. In this case, Singapore does have freedom of speech in some ways. Yup, I agree there are some Singaporeans earning less. However, this is happening all around the world. Gan him lah. Doesn't he know this simple equation? Wherever the rich people are, there are always poor people unless you want to live in North Korea. Moreover, there is also a lot of government welfare helping the low-income earners, and it's better to have a low-paid job than having nothing in Singapore, right? In Taiwan, what shocked me is that there are a lot of people without jobs and they are depending on charity to help them. He doesn't even know how corrupt Taiwan government is before talking about health insurance. Didn't he know about the gas explosion in Kaohsiung and how the lion-head Chen Ji have been embezzling the public donation to rebuild the city? Isn't the government supposed to take full responsibility to take care of the people and bear the full cost of rebuilding the city instead of asking donations from the public? And in the end of the day, the people do not even know where the money is, half into their pocket. If this happened in Singapore, the government would bear the full responsibility and would not ask citizens to use their insurance or ask for donation from private organizations or individuals. Hence in Taiwan, how they use your fund is always in the dark. Of course, Singaporeans are unhappy because they have high expectations. Moreover, Singapore is a city. The rich and the poor and the middle are crammed together. So how can Singaporeans be happy easily? Also to say, are they the most fearful to speak up because of political retaliation? Singaporeans like to talk everything, anything, and they don't care. See Facebook and we shall know. In this regard, whatever issues they are ranting on social media are just ant bites to the government. In Taiwan, it's totally different, no? The DPP will not let anyone go no matter how insignificant you are. Those green monsters will bash anyone who offends them. Who are these people? They are the prominent, experienced, long-time troublemakers who are trying to split Singaporeans apart with their misleading information. There's always half-truth before it was time for the government to take action against them. Okay, enough of your nonsense and let's see how Limpe going to slaughter you. Moreover, those people are supporting activities that could hinder Singapore's progress. If we now use the Taiwan government as an example, they are more authoritarian. They can hit on anyone whom we don't know even in the first place. Jason Lee was one of the examples. He talked about the election fraud and later he was issued with a court summons. He was a nobody before, but he was made to be a somebody because of how the Taiwan government bullied him. Moreover, the Taiwan government is using the authority to scare the citizens off. When it really comes to court cases, those Green Party people were not there to sort out to face the truth in front of the public with the fear of more truth about their misdoing being exposed. So now, who's really authoritarians and painting what the government wants to see? Singapore or Taiwan? Hong Kong, they are rioters, okay? If those troublemakers were not subdued, Singapore would be the next Hong Kong. What Hong Kong has become today is not because of China, because of Joshua Wong, that crazy frog. Hong Kong could be a heavenly place to stay, and people could just enjoy their life under the China government protection. Unfortunately, those separatists has already destroyed the Hong Kong dream. And what's shocking is this Gan Roy, who even mentioned Singapore PAP is Taiwan KMT, treating the people under martial law. What the gang? Is the Green Party doing any better? It has now become a green terror to many Taiwanese, and this is why Taiwanese are fed up with the government until there are impeachment activities going on. Moreover, what Singapore government is doing has nothing to do with authoritarianism. They are just keeping Singapore safe to progress with law and order. Lee Hsien Loong wants citizens to bow to him like a king, like what we see in Thailand, or sing praises to the majesty like what we see in Taiwan. Gang you, Roy. You were just creating rubbish about authoritarianism to cause a lot of confusion. Taiwan democracy? Let's see if you do not support DPP. They will just label you as 50 cents Chinese Communist member. This is what happening in Taiwan now. If you don't support DPP, you'll be labeled as communist or pro-Chinese. Aren't they Chinese too, by the way? So the phenomenon is that if you're supporting the Green, you are supporting democracy. But if you're against them, you're against democracy. Besides, many people are deluded that she is for democracy and she's using China communists as an everyday enemy. Democracy my foot then. Her democracy is nothing but manipulative. They are all fake. Taiwanese have no right to reject harmful products to be imported into Taiwan. People are being persecuted for going against her and her Green Party, and their so-called 1450 Internet Army is monitoring everyone movement, and many outrageous, preposterous things are happening in Taiwan that a lot of people don't know about it. What democracy? Anyway, I don't care about democracy or whatever. Well, they are just some kind of Western ideology to help political leaders to become the president. As long as people have freedom to eat, to travel, to talk, and to move around and happy, who cares so much about what the government is doing? So, Roy, 干 you!